Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollack played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
Hey, washed-up old guy. I've heard of bad things.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the single back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. He makes the connection. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
He's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Got the quick pass. Across the 25, he's got room. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Buffs! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He'll bring it out. It's Cross. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
Going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The short hands. It's Horn. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
To the air on first down. Quarterback adapting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up, and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The give to the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Colorado 14, Georgia 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, two guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Splits the uprights right down the middle.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Fair catch, called for and made. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Buffaloes will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And it'll be down right there.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's running in the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He's going to pass. Going over the top. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Georgia. What a grab and go for the score.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He chucks one out to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Caught. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Quarterback checking the play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And, man, is that perfect time. Back drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kent State is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Josh Cribbs should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 11 to Utah State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Takes his shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Didn't really get a chance to get started. But he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Here we go. Looking to move it through the air. He unleashes a long one. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Got room at the 35. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the 1st half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Might be looking to run. Quick shovel pass. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. Moves around to clear up the vision. Fires downfield. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Cross. Ripping through the defense. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working now.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Horn. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Got it. The offense lining up for a first down play. Easy. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Flushed out of the pocket. Dumps it to the back. He's got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Dogs come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, wants to throw it. Release to the back. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Starting this third quarter on the ground. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's got it at the 25. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He's right on target. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him up.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. He caught it. Touchdown, Georgia. And the beatdown has ensued.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 13 over the Coyotes. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They face a pretty tall, and that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything.
And the ball is picked off. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs. And if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play, momentum shift for the defense.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And the Bulldogs trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. But a nice job by the defender just getting his finger to...
Touchdown, Dogs! And the punishment has been extended. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return. Better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be fourth down and 3.
Brings up fourth down.
I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for the play. In the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll go right back to the run. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I love when players understand situations. They understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now they're going to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Off play action on first down. Looking deep. And that pass intercepted. Taking it the other way. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
Looking to go up top on first down. Coming after him. Scrambling away. He'll get rid of it. And it's picked off for the third time today. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Buffaloes will hustle to the line. Keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. It's complete.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Lets it fly. Complete in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He's got his man. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
On second down, looking again to throw. Using the quick game. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate play. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on first and goal. And they're barely able to stop the score. They'll mark it at the 1. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They want to power it in on the ground on third and goal. Touchdown, Colorado! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
In the end zone.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. That's why they called him the... Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He fires a bullet to the right and is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He caught it. Touchdown, Georgia! And the pummeling has started.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 59, Colorado 21.
Okay, first down to start the drive after the break. Taylor has it. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen. Strip the football, do something.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Running back searching for a hole. Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the league. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Duke is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Blue Devils on the scoreboard. They're up by 15 over the Sharks. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us... And And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
He's going to pass on second down. Looking to buy time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Now the play fake. He lets it fly. And it's caught inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Wide out in motion. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Getting some heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
If your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. He's looking downfield to throw. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect them.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes his connection. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You've got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
The Dogs are threatening on first and goal. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Going up top. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? Probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball because it is a long way to the end zone. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations. And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill at running.
Catch in stride inside the 15. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on. And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Got his man. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He's going to pass. Quick completion on the out. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. The hand to the running back. Plows through the defense. It's a fumble. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble.
Man, and this is why you practice 5.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He's got the back in the middle. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly. try. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.